So, very good evening, everyone. Let's quickly take a look at one very important question, practice question from Ind AS 116. Considering Ind AS 116 was not significantly tested in the last two attempts, so this question is all the way more important. The company has entered into a lease agreement for its retail store as on 1st April 2021 for a period of 10 years. The lease rental is 56,000 per annum payable in arrears, and the company recognizes a lease liability of 3,51,613 at inception using an incremental borrowing rate of 9.5% as on 1st April 2021. As per the terms of lease agreement, the lease rent shall be adjusted every 2 years to give effect of inflation. Inflation cost index as notified by IT department shall be used to derive the lease payments. So the inflation cost index was 280 for the financial year 2022 and 301 for financial year 23-24. The current increment borrowing rate is 8% per annum. Show the journal entry at the beginning of year 3 to account for the change in lease. Nice question. So let's quickly check it out how you need to be proceed for this question. So this is first one is at the beginning of third year the lessee remeasures the lease liability at the PV of eighth payment, that is 60,200 using the PV factor. So this is the PV factor is that 60,200 is arrived using the key term in this question is the use of cost inflation index. So 56,000 by 280 into 301, applying the cost index for the current year, so that will give you 6,200. And if you put the PV factors for the 10 years, you will get the value as 3,27,127 as the present value. And the question is given the company recommends lease liability of 3,51,613 at inception. So on that, if you apply the interest rate, it will come to 33,403 and the rental paid is 56,000 per annum. So closing balance will be 3,29,016 and that will be the opening balance for year 2. So now the year 3 the revision takes place. So 3,27,127, that is we computed the first table minus the amount we arrived using the sum amortized cost. So that the lease liability will increase by rupees 22,854 and the journal entry at the beginning of year 3 will be right of use asset debit rupees 22,854 to lease liability rupees 22,854. Fairly straightforward question but requires a little bit of application, so do watch this once and solve it once. It will be very handy for you so that you do not have to come back to again the day before the exam as well. Keep going, best stay focused.